Another huge challenge for our team. It's our third straight week playing a top 25 or top 15 team. I'm sorry, not even top 25. Top 15, as I said the other night, and always a big challenge. And I don't know where they come up with SEC being down when we're playing 3 conference games against 3 top 15 teams in consecutive weeks, 2 of them on the road. So big challenge for us. Obviously playing an excellent football team. They have an explosive offense. They got some wideouts can make plays down the field. They got a quarterback that's starting to grow into the system of what they're doing and understand what's going on. They got some great running backs that give you different looks, a great combination of size and power and speed as they mix it up. Defensively, they're one of the top defenses in the country, over the first couple weeks of the season. You see that, and they've played different styles of team and dominated the defensive side of the ball pretty much everybody that they've played. So a great challenge for our guys to come off of last week's game and get back out there, get on the practice field, and and a great opportunity for our guys to come out and play and try to get a win over a top 15 team on the road.
Is this a week where you try to, establish a little bit of equilibrium with your team? Like we weren't as amazing as we thought we were 2 weeks ago, but we're not as bad as, just trying to establish that things are okay, let's move forward?
Yeah. I don't know if it has to be hammered home or established. I'm not waiting to get the National Coach of the Week award this week, but I don't. I don't know. A lot of coaches did a good job. I don't know if they deserved it last week. I don't know. You just, for our guys, you're as you get in these rooms, you're never as good as everybody tells you when you're good, and you're never as bad as it is when everybody tells you you're bad. You're somewhere in the middle, and you're honestly just trying to improve and get better. From week to week, you're really as good as your last play. You're going to be as good as your next play that you play. And, as a team, or as you look as a whole as a team, you're as good as your last game or going to be as good as your next game. And so that's really the focus with our guys. A couple weeks ago we executed at an extremely high level. Saturday we didn't execute and play as well, and that's all of us as a program. And if we play really, really, really well, we got a great chance to win. If we play poorly, we have a great chance to lose. And that's kind of the message to the guys. It's not a panic, not anything. I guess kind of like you said, it's like an equilibrium. It's always somewhere in the middle.
There were a couple of guys after the game that said that during practice they kind of knew more or less that something was a little bit different than the preparation for the LSU game. I was wondering what your thoughts were on that.
Well, I thought that too, but that's a maturity thing with the team sometimes, and that they have to leave. I didn't think we had as good a week of practice last week as we did again the week before. And that's everything. You're talking 18 to 22-year-old guys that have, guys, they got all kinds of things going on. They got girlfriend issues. There's some of the guys might have some things going on at home. They have exams. They have the tutoring. They're ahead in this class, behind in this class. I didn't do well on a test. And then you're a young football team, as I said, with people patting them on the back and the family members and the uncles and the cousins and the friends and the people on campus telling them how great they are. And, now this week, everyone's telling them how bad they are. And, they still have all these different issues and problems going on. And the key to it is just to have a great mental toughness to deal with all the noise that's around you, good, bad, indifferent, school, all the other things. And when you get here, focus on football so that you can play at a high level.
Coach, now that you've had a chance to see Jared Stidham on film, what are your impressions of him?
Well, he's a good football player. I think, one of the things, the talent he has, but he, a guy I think that's starting to get comfortable in what they do. You see it from week to week. He's played, has experience out there on the field, has made a lot of big plays even before he got to Auburn. And now you're starting to see him get a little bit more comfortable in their system because it's different than the system he ran before when he was at Baylor.
Auburn, since Malzahn has gotten there, Auburn's running game is always good, and obviously they have 2 really good running backs. I don't know their health status, but what makes their running game so difficult to defend?
Well, I think like a lot of things, what Gus is going to do is he's going to utilize his personnel, and by having the power of the backs, they're going to incorporate the quarterbacks. You have to defend the quarterback run. They're going to do a good job of formationally trying to get a formational numbers advantage. And then, as you said, they put some pretty good backs on the field and different style. You know what I mean? When the Kerryon Johnson's running the ball, he's kind of a long slasher, and then Petway's going to pound away at you. But both of them have big play abilities, but their running styles a little bit different. But both very, very dangerous in what they do. And so, and knowing Gus for a long time, he likes to run the ball, and so they're going to work at being real good at running the ball. When they can run the ball, that also makes them dangerous in the play action.
You said a couple of times that you would make a decision on Malik Deer after a fourth of the season. We're at that point now. Are you guys going to play the guys?
Yeah, he practiced a little bit last week. We're not there on the final decision yet with him. He practiced some last week. I got to see. It's still not set one way or the other. The key is when he's out there practicing is how comfortable is he, and then where can he get to? If he's going to only be 75 to 80%, does he want to play the year at 75 to 80%? Can he get beyond that and where he's at? And we'll see this week, a little bit of practice reps this week to see how it goes.
What similarities do you see with Auburn's defense and Georgia's defense?
A lot of talent, a lot of speed, a lot of great players. Schematically, they're different in some ways. But there are some. Like every defense, there's crossover, there's differences. But the one thing you do see is a lot of talented players out there on the field.
You talked a little bit after the game about getting the vertical passing game going. How do you do that with the personnel you have available to you right now?
I'll give you my wise-ass answer if you want. Just drop back and throw it down the field. You send guys deep and you just launch it down the field to them. No, it is. The whole offense, it's everything tying together. You know what I mean? Is to sit there and say, if we're going to just get the vertical passing game going, not going to change, you know what I mean? When you can run and play action, when you're establishing the run, that helps open the vertical passing game. When you're completing, when you're managing the game, checking it down a bunch, that's going to help the vertical passing game. So you got to be able to call the shots down the field, hit them. We got to win some 50-50 balls down the field every once in a while, and that'll all help it.
You said after the game that you thought Fitz might have overmanaged some things at Georgia. I'm curious what that means within the framework of your system and how you improve that.
It just means, I think, getting through reads almost too quickly, like skipping guys to get to checkdowns. Hey, I went from my first read of the progression to my fifth read of the progression. I didn't really pay much attention to 2, 3, and 4. I just kind of, not there, okay, but I'm going to show that I can check it down and overmanage that way.
Are the younger guys where you want them to be right now for the receivers as far as development goes?
Which ones?
Like Reggie Todd or Jamal Coward?
They're coming along. They're both first, really. They've been, Reggie's a freshman, redshirt freshman. Jamal's a true sophomore that played limited last year. So they're coming along, and I see improvement from them from one week to the next. And their attention to detail is improving. They're learning how to play the position better.
With Gabe Miles, is there anything new with him, and how much did you think you guys missed his presence last week?
Obviously, anytime your starters are out, you miss their presence. Especially, in our program, not that we don't have guys that are good, next guy up's got to come in and play. There's a lot of schools kind of one guy goes down, another 5-star comes in. We're not usually that type of program, being developing our guys and playing that way. But, so that hurts, but we'll see on Gabe. We're hoping by midweek he can be out there to practice for us.
If you were game planning to stop your offense, would you force your guys to beat, to go deep, to beat you vertically? Do you think that's your weakness right now?
No, because I think that's dangerous because I think we can win down the field. We just, we didn't win the one-on-ones. If we go catch some of those one-on-one balls down the field, Saturday might be a little bit different. So I think that's part of it, of us. When you're going to go throw up a 50-50 ball, you got to come down with a couple of them.
Auburn's defense is one of the best in the nation in generating tackles for loss. When you look at their front, what is it that's made them disruptive this year?
I mean, bunch of really, really talented guys. You know what I mean? They do a nice job with the scheme of making sure they're in position, but they have a really, you know, I mean, most of them are top national players, so they have talented players, NFL style players up there, and those guys are pretty good at disrupting things.
Georgia do anything to Jeffrey Simmons that stood out to you, or was that just really good blocking against them?
No, I think they blocked. They did a nice job blocking in their run game, and like I said, I don't think we executed. We got out of position a bunch on defense that we haven't done, and I think that hurt us more than anything else. Just being out of position, giving up some big plays, and that kind of neutralized a lot of things.
Logan Cook seems like he's off to a strong start. Where has he improved since last year?
Yeah, I mean, the key is, you know, we need him to continue to improve his consistency. You know, in the punting game, especially to me, you know, you're a great punter. It's about consistency. It's not 35, 34, 70. You know, it's, you know, we're looking for a 45 to 50-yard punt with over 4-second hang time. That's legitimate consistency is what we want. And so I know that's what he's working on, because I know he's got the strong leg and he's got talent of just making sure we're consistent with every kick.
Do you have an update on Corey Thomas, and how have you seen Braxton fill in for him over the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, I mean, well, Braxton was banged up for a bunch and missed a bunch of times, so I think he's starting to get into be back right now. I don't think Corey will be back till after the bye, so, you know, we're hoping to get him back after the bye week.
Coach, Nick Gibson was productive in the back end of the game for you. Just what does that do in terms of maybe more carries for him in the future?
Well, I mean, it's like I said, with all the young backs, it was, but they also went the wrong way in the back end of the game a couple of times too. So it's they're learning the system and the focus, because, you know, I mean, you got to be consistent. You're going to go on the road and play a big game against a real tough opponent. You know, we can't have missed assignments and guys going the wrong way, because those end up in negative yardage plays. You know, and now the crowd's into the game, and now they're going crazy, and you got to try to now recover from something that really shouldn't happen because it was a mental error. So, but hopefully those guys, I know, you know, our young backs, they have some talent, and we got to keep grinding on them to make sure they know what they're doing.